In every season, just like Ecclesiastes says, there are seasons to cry, to harvest, to smile, to have joy. This time around, it's different. The seasons might look dry for every woman out there, a mother at times, but things happen to change because it is a time to rise and shine. A woman full of influence that has been blessed with the influence of beauty, influence of language, influence of communication. Today, I'm joined by a special guest all the way from Bible Gospel Church in Africa, Bigoka, Living Bread Assembly in Chunga. And Zetu TV is celebrating, celebrating the beauty of our mothers. As a mother as well, I'm celebrating of 2222. Anyways, welcome to Zetu TV. An interaction that will bring to you the very best of a celebration of a mother, not just a mother, but the mother of the church, the mother of the community. Allow me to welcome Pastor Mercy Mbuzi. If I mention, I almost called you Mrs. Mshanga. Apologies, Mom, apologies. Please welcome Pastor Mercy, and she'll have a bit of conversation with us, just to discuss with us. Ma'am, looking at the season that we're in, economic-wise, spiritually, women are undergoing emotion. Recently, we had a record of saying Chainama had a highest number of women in a week of women going there. What word of advice are you bringing out to the women that are down spiritually, emotionally, mentally? What's your word looking at the theme that that the women ministry in Chunga Bigoka are celebrating to say rise and shine women? What's your take on that one?
Okay, so first of all, I will say you need to arise and shine. Okay, so challenges are there. As long as you are living on earth, you will face challenges. And look at this. When we look at a woman, we are looking at this human being that has been seen in the world to be vulnerable.
Yes.
So most women have carried that vulnerability in them in a negative aspect.
Yes.
They feel they can make it in life. They can stand out in life. They cannot manage to live a decent life. But of course, that's not true.
Okay.
In a woman is potential and power to make it. In a woman is courage, if only she is able to discover herself. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'll pick a few examples, even as I'm trying to make you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have most women, of course, from the past generation that are widows, and they're not doing anything. They have very little to earn.
Sure.
We also have women that are divorced. We also have women that are single, because not every woman is married.
Sure.
But they need to know that even in that state, they still carry potential.
Okay.
So even as we were having the first session, what we discovered is that beauty gives you an advantage.
Okay.
Of course, when a woman passes, every person will look at the woman
Take a
just
look
to
at
admire the
me.
beauty.
Yes, ma'am.
So that already has placed you in a situation where you can influence. You are capable. That's capacity enough for you to make it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The language that we speak, the gentle voice that we have, can also help you influence, create an impact, and also make it.
Okay.
Yes.
Bakashana, I'll touch a bit of the new couples.
Yeah.
Yes, there's that natural beauty that runs in the young couples like that. And then it triggers. There's just that hiccup, especially women that have lacked, or the young ladies that have lacked counseling.
Yeah.
And then first child, second child, I saw Luba Fiat. I'm just this. They lose their wardrobe, they lose their beauty, like in them. It's just gone just like that. So in such a time where a young couple is facing a challenge, what's the role of the young lady, a woman who is newlywed and going through a season like that one. Since you're saying beauty has an influence in the language, then here is this young girl who's taken frustration to lead, and they forget the influence that they carry within them.
Okay, so let me say it in this way. You know, when I heard someone say, don't look like a problem
Okay.
that you are going through, don't look like the problem itself. You know, you get surprised
You're
to
broke,
find
you
out
look like
some
a
of
broke.
the issues
Yes.
that others are going through.
Uh-huh.
Other people are going through bigger issues.
Okay.
But if they can stand, if they can be able to overcome, why not you? You know? Yeah, beauty is not about money. It's not about how much you have.
Okay.
You know, you can still keep up.
All right.
Yeah, you can still keep up with the little that you can earn. And moreover, listen, this problem should not come out.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't allow a problem to overtake you to a state where you become deserted yourself.
Okay.
Always keep in mind that you are above the problems that you are going through, and you are able to come out of those problems, and you are able to stand in the midst of those problems. Yeah, of course, if you ask me, I also have problems I'm going through, but that will not stop me from excelling.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes,
It will
ma'am.
not stop me from making it in life. Okay? The potential still rise in me in the midst of what I'm going through. Yes. So I think what is paramount here is that you need to stand out.
Okay.
Stand firm. Stand firm. Problems come, problems go, but you don't become a problem.
Okay.
You're a blessing.
Okay. Mostly women go like how do I phrase it? I want to touch a bit of Yanja, but mostly
You go ahead.
women will be like, Kapena in engineering a problem. And you've said it to say it doesn't have to be you who's always thinking to say, okay, you are the problem in there and you want to carry the burden on your own. So looking at the message that we had earlier in the session, there was a part where it really touched me the most, where it was actually about the influence that one has over the children. And we've had a number of children that are affected. Right now, as we speak, South Africa has recorded about 6 children that have gone missing. Zambia has recorded about 6 children that have been abused. And then there's a man that just comes and says, you are careless. You know that thing. And then it reduces the influence within the woman to speak out. So in a situation of a mother who's going through such a situation, what's your word to them? What's your word of encouragement to a mother who's encountered a situation like abuse where the children are not there, they're addicts, and then she's lost it to a point where she can't voice out? How does she stand out? How does she come out in that situation? How does she take that influence to flow again within her?
Okay, so first of all, I'll say, umwana takulira nina. I'll use Bemba. Okay? So when you are a mother, you still remain a mother. Okay? Of course, some may experience a sense of guilt, because as much as maybe you are trying to guide this child, you feel you didn't really do a good job. Yeah, that's one of the normal things that happens to parents when they are going through this. But I want you to understand that, you know, when children grow up and they turn out not to be what you expected them to be, it's not a time to cry, but a time to pray and a time to continue guiding. You may not be happy with what this child is doing. Maybe a child is a junkie, this child is on drugs, this child is just doing something that doesn't please you as a parent. But you need to know that you still have a role to guide.
Sure.
And apart from that, the safest person for that child to run to, even in that situation, is you as a parent.
Okay.
So a sense of guilt will not help you in any way. You need to stand up and accept the situation and see, what am I going to do about this? So the child is still looking up to you as a safest person that the child will run to. So now look at the situation where a child comes back, then you frown and become the lion herself, trying to chase away the child. Where will the child go? This child is looking up to you. I've made mistakes. Even when they want to come back, sometimes when they come back to us, again, we would want to push them away. Now, how are they going to change? So apart from this feeling of, I am low, I am broken, this is happening, but I still need to stand as a parent and continue guiding. Yeah, continue guiding, continue talking to this child. One day, this God that we pray answers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Surely the God that we call out to, the God that we kneel down to, really answers. For me here, we're wrapping up with just the smallest word of advice to mothers that mom will give to us, that we young mothers, the older mothers, can take spiritually and physically as well as mentally to avoid the higher rate of depression, insomnia. We are going to pay attention to this as she's giving us her last remarks on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll say, cast your burdens unto the Lord. The world was not meant for sorrow alone. You need to carry the joy along with you. So cast your burdens, pray, ask God to come in, and in situations that you cannot handle, allow them for God, and continue living in His presence. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom. It was good to have you. Thank you very much. So you've heard it and you've heard it. I believe you take the word into practice and not just be a hearer of the word, but the doer. Cast all your burdens unto the Lord and all shall be well. For me, Tamika Sakala from Zetu TV and Chunga Bigoka, we say bye-bye. God bless you. Don't forget to touch the dial, like our Facebook page, and share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.